dots, more dots, more dots.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back. This is Jasper, and in today's video we're going to be going over the biggest changes to the talent trees for Paladins with the release of Wrath of the Litch King. Before we get started with the video, I would like to introduce the music that you're going to be listening to today. It is by an artist named FRM or FRM, and the title of the song is called Transistors. With all that being said, if you do happen to like the video, please feel free to like it at any time, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you'd like to be informed when I do release new videos in the upcoming future. Now, let's get started. Alrighty, and up first we're going to be taking a look at Retribution Paladins. And for anyone not familiar with Retribution, that is the DPS specialization for Paladins. The first thing that I would like to highlight is going to be Judgment of the Wise. The damaging judgment spells have a 100% chance to grant a replenishment effect to up to 10 party raid members, mana regeneration equal to 1% of their maximum MP5, and it grants you 25% of your base mana back to you. So this makes you a mana battery, and I could see 1 to 2 Paladins per raid group just for this effect for the casters and for the healers. Alrighty, next up we're going to take a look at Righteous Vengeance. This basically is a talent that when your Judgment, Crusader Strike, and Divine Storm spells deal a critical strike, which is pretty often, the target will take 10% increased damage. This stacks amazing with Fanaticism, Heart of the Crusader, and Sanctity of Battle. And the next talent that I'd like to highlight is actually Swift Retribution. It's found lower in the tree. It basically gives your auras an extra ability to increase the casting range and melee attack speed by 3%. That is going to be amazing for not just dungeons, but also for raid groups, and it really encourages bringing more than one paladin for that. And finally we come to Divine Storm. This is the bottom and the main bread and butter of the Retribution talent tree. This is an instant weapon attack that causes 110% damage of your weapon up to 4 enemies within 8 yards, and it heals up to 3 party or raid members, totaling 25% of the damage caused. Has a beautiful animation. It is just a lot of fun, and it really gives Paladin DPS the ability to put out a large number of AoE damage that is respectable across the raid team. Alright, and now we're going to take a look at a personal favorite of mine, the Protection Paladin tree. This, of course, is the tanking specialization for Paladins, and there's a lot of nice quality of life things that they've added with Wrath of the Lich King. One nice talent added is going to be Divinity. This just increases the healing done by you and the healing effects on you by 3%, which is amazing. It just helps the healers out a lot. This next talent is called Divine Sacrifice. So this is almost like a mitigation spell that you can cast on other party or raid members, and 30% of the damage taken by those members within 30 yards is actually redirected to the Paladin, and damage which would reduce you below 20% will break the effect. So it's a really nice mitigation spell to add to your toolkit. This next one is one of my favorites from the Protection tree, and that is the change to Avenger's Shield. It becomes an instant cast instead of a 2 or 3 second cast, and also it can be buffed with the Shield of the Templar. If you put some more talent points in there, it reduces all damage taken by 3% and grants your Avenging Shield a 100% chance to silence 3 targets when it's cast, so that's amazing for caster pools. Alright, next up we're taking a look at the talent called Touched by the Light. This increases your spell power equal to 60% of your strength, and also increases the amount healed by your critical heals by 30%. This pairs amazingly with the top talent in the Protection tree, which is Divine Strength, so increases your strength by 15%. It just builds on top of each other. You have to put points into these two if you're building a Protection Paladin. It's just a necessity. Alright, and this next spell is Hammer of the Righteousness. This finally makes Paladin tanking, not just spamming Consecrate and auto-attacking. Basically, it causes 4 times your main hand damage, and it hits up to 3 targets, and it's just such a nice addition to add to the rotation to make it less monotonous for Protection Paladins. Alrighty, now let's take a good look at our Holy Paladin talent trees. Alright, and first up I'm going to have to cheat, and I'm going to have to pull something from the Protection tree. Divinity still is important. You need to be sure to take that because that's going to help you out a lot. One of the first big talent changes is to Aura Mastery. It now causes your concentration aura to make all affected targets immune to silence and interrupt effects, which is absolutely phenomenal, not just for PvE but also for PvP. And next up we're going to be looking at Judgments of the Pure. This increases the damage done by your Seal of Judgment spells by 25%, and your Judgment spells actually increase your casting and melee haste by 15%. That's amazing, just to be able to get those 1 or 2 extra holy lights off a little bit faster if you're in a kind of like a pinch situation to save your tank. This next talent is just too good to pass up. Please get it. It's Infusion of Light. Your holy shot critical hits reduce the cast time of your next flash of light, increases the critical strike chance of your next holy light by 20%, and in addition causes your flash of light to heal targets with Sacred Shield for an additional 100% over 12 seconds. So it finally gives you a dot, and it's just so good. Oh my god, it's amazing. Alrighty, and last up we're going to be looking at Beacon of Light. This is basically a spell that you cast on a party member, and they become a beacon of light to all other party members within a 60-yard radius. So any heal that you cast on that person will also heal for 100% of the amount healed to other targets within the vicinity. This just makes Paladins super broken with AoE healing, and it puts them pretty competitive, and if not on top of the healing meters in most raid and party comps. But that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave feedback on what you'd like to see in the future. I'm already working on my next video. It should be out within the next 4 or 5 days, but until then, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.